Skylar Faith, what episode are we on?
Episode 29.
Woohoo!
Oh, by the way, can I see your ID?
I'm sorry, what?
Just kidding. It's all ages.
Oh, shoo! All right. Good one. All right.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't close the door.
It's
Hold
all
on.
ages. It's the all ages pub crawl. What? Skylar Faith. Thanks for carding, Daddy. That was incredible.
Yeah. Ooh.
What do you have there, little one? That
Shirley
looks-
Temple.
Oh.
Not really a Shirley Temple.
What do you mean it's not really a Shirley Temple?
It looks like a Shirley Temple, but my mom and my dad are actually allowing me to have Sprite.
No,
No, that's
Shirley
what's in a
Temple
Shirley
is a
Temple.
drink for kids. That's
Yeah,
exactly
it's
what
a
it is.
drink
Yeah.
for kids, and
Yeah.
we just put red dye.
Shirley Temple is a drink for
Well,
yeah.
that's true. You're right. It's supposed to be with a cherry juice or grenadine, but we didn't have that, so we put red food coloring in.
We did. I can't. My Facebook won't load.
Oh, no.
Oh. It's live. We're here, and it's a pub crawl. There you are. Hi, welcome. We set this up to. It's a pub. We're at a pub. Why? Because we are at episode 29, and we've been doing this for just a little while, and we have theme nights. And so, cheers. That's tonight. We have two amazing guests for you. I'm super excited. So many people on right now. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Ryan. So good to see you. You know how this works. The lag is always a little bit slow, so people are not, I know you're on, but I just don't see you. Hi, Claire. We're happy to be here. We want to start off by saying that we feel so grateful and lucky that we can be in our home and that we're safe and that we're healthy and that we can be doing these fun evenings. You know, we did a cooking segment last night. That was so fun, right, Skylar? Cooking in the kitchen with cocktails and Daddy. It was really good. Skylar loved that dip, by the way. Someone noticed you were double dipping, but that's okay because she made it. So you had many bites of that. Great dip, great bacon wraps. Thank you, Mary Beth in San Diego. That was right. San Diego Cooking with Nashville. That was fun. This week we have so much amazing stuff planned for you, but I'll get to that in a second. But we do want to say that we know that we're fortunate and we are grateful, and we do not take it lightly that we're able to come to you from our home and bring music, a little fun, laughter, stories, guests, check in, have silliness, have community. When there are so many people out there that are risking their lives to save others, when there are so many people losing their lives, the numbers are just unbearable. And we are with them, and we are with you if you're suffering. A lot of people have this virus, and even the ones that are getting better, and there are so many that are, thank God. It's a difficult virus. From everything we've been hearing, it leaves a lot of, oh my gosh, scarring of vocal cords and breathing problems. So we're with you, and we're thinking of you. So thanks for tuning in with us tonight. We have birthdays. We have Juliana's birthday in OC. Hi, happy birthday, Linda.
Happy
McFadden
birthday.
Ketchum. It was your birthday yesterday, and I just caught up. I'm a day late and $1 short. Trevor in San Diego and Pete Thurston in San Diego. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
So happy birthday. We like to do that when we can. What's for dinner? I don't know. We had some fresh cucumbers and leftover dip because we have a lot of dip. We had fresh cucumbers and tomatoes. So I did a nana salad, which is like with the oil and vinegar and garlic, salt, red onion, and it just put in the fridge and it just marinates in that yummy, yummy, yummy sauce. And then we'll make something, maybe something on the grill. It's cold, but it's strange. The weather is so odd. It's like cold, but it's hot, but it's cold. If you are enjoying a libation with us tonight, then go ahead and take a picture. I'm having a little Chardonnay, yay, in my lunatic fridge glass. You'll know why in a little bit. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Well,
Skylar.
okay, here you go.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, it's just, here, you hold it. Hold it still, and I'll do,
Look in the eyes, Ryan says.
There you go.
Look in the
Yeah,
eyes.
I looked in the
Look
eyes.
Cheers, sweetie. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's
We can-
such
oh,
a
oh,
big
we can do
glass.
that.
That's making me so nervous.
There you
That
go.
glass is making me nervous. Yes, it is. Okay, Mary Beth, hi, you're on. So tonight, instead of a charity that we're showcasing or highlighting tonight, we wanted to talk to you about these incredible distilleries, okay? Keeping with the theme, we're all about the theme. That actually, this was Ryan's idea. Thanks, Ryan, for a great idea. And Andrew looked it up. So do you want to tell him how you found this? You just Googled?
I just Googled.
What did you Google?
Distilleries.
and,
Well, first I did local distilleries making hand sanitizer.
So good.
And then I just did national
So
distilleries
good.
making hand
And we came up
sanitizer.
with a big list, so we're going to do a shout out tonight, okay? So in Tennessee, the Corsair Artisan Distillery, Big Machine Distillery, Junction 35 Spirits, and Old Glory Distillery, all making hand sanitizer and bottling, doing it for nurses and doctors and people that needed it, workers, healthcare workers, and also people on the front line, firefighters and policemen and all of the people that are out there, sanitation workers that might need it. I mean, we read all about these different things that you don't even think of, grocers and truckers, and oh my gosh, so many people out there. So it's amazing, and it's so smart, so creative. You know, so many artists that we've talked to and friends that we've talked to and interviewed have said, what I'm loving is how creative people are. This is just so fantastic. Okay, Colorado, Denver Distillery did it. Balmera Peak Distillery did it. In Florida, the St. Augustine Distillery did it. Copper Bottom Craft Distillery did it. Maine, woo woo, Maine, Batson River Brewing and Distillery. North Carolina, the winner, 29 separate breweries and distilleries. Oh,
I could not list. They had 29.
North Carolina, you had 29 that did it. Thank you.
They are professionals.
Thanks for being clever. Or does that just mean they had a lot of distilleries? No.
But they were all across the country. I just couldn't list all of them.
That is so amazing. Cheers, Daniel. It's good to see you. Jersey's in the house. Sanders in the house. Their house. Yay! This is great. I'm going to talk to you right now about. I'm going to talk to you about bars. What? I'm going to talk to you about pubs and bars and clubs and watering holes and gathering places. But I'm going to talk to you about the other side of that. So, of course, you might go and have a cocktail. You might also go and have a cup of coffee. You might go and have a soda. You might go and have a Shirley Temple. You might go like I did when I was, little, 4 years old with Neil when he got up to sing. And I got up alongside of him and listened to my dad just pump out these amazing songs and watch him, let me have a maraschino cherry. But today, what I'm also thinking about is the fact that truly these clubs, these bars, these music halls, it's not really about the cocktails. And you notice that the most when you are not able to go out. It's about the community, right? And it's about the family and the places that these people gather, whether it's to talk or whether it's to watch sports or whether it's to take in some live music or whether it's to dance or to put the jukebox on or to relax from your day or to unwind or to check in with people or to say hi to the waitress that you've known for 30 years or the bartender or the people that are there or the people that come in off the street because they just need to hop in for a minute or the people who've been coming there for forever with their parents and with their grandparents. And really, really was touching me today when I was thinking about this community and how so many of those places are suffering right now and we're not able to go out. And I mean, the musicians, of course, we know this, right? The performers know it. We're not able to go to places like Belcourt Taps to do our songwriter nights and oh my gosh, so many places in New Jersey and of course Betty Lou's here in Nashville. And I was really thinking about this today and trying to figure out what I might do tonight, and then it just seemed obvious what I was going to do tonight. So some of you know this story. I'll tell you it real fast. When my mom, we took care of her for a little while in California, about a year, and Betty Lou passed away, what'll be about 2 years ago now, right? Maybe a little bit, yeah. And when she did, we knew it was a wake-up call for our little family to move, and so we did. We moved to Nashville. Andrew's commute was 4 hours a day. And we figured it was time to kind of change things up so that we could all have dinner together. And boy, we've been having dinner together now, especially. But so we moved our family to Nashville. And in thinking about that year and thinking about my mom, you might be thinking, whoa, we're supposed to be cheersing at a pub crawl. And that sounded a little bit like sad. It's not sad. It's not sad. Trust me, it's not. Because I wrote a song about my mom and how I think she went on to another place where she is actually at this kind of amazing dive bar up there, and she's dancing with her absolute favorite partner in the world, and they're having their favorite cocktails, and the maraschino cherry is still in it. And so I'm going to start with this song tonight. The really beautiful part of this song is that this song also has this whole now history attached to it, because when I first landed in Nashville, we discovered a bar named Betty Lou's. What are the odds? Look at that. Betty Lou's Lounge. There it is. Mm-hmm. And they were having a little songwriter contest one night, and we slipped in the rain, and I got up on stage, and they said they were looking for love songs. And I thought, I'm not sure if this is a love song, but it's a song about my mom, whose name was Betty Lou, so I think I'm going to sing it right now. I did. And that evening, not only did I end up crazy as it is winning this little contest, but I also made friends with this group of people that became such an amazing part of my life. There's a family, a community of people that all love one another, that come there to be together. And so of course, when it was time to shoot the music video for the song, where do you think we shot it? We shot it at Betty Lou's, directed by the awesome Ryan Forbes, of course. And there was only one date that we could get everyone together. There was just one date that we could do it, and that date was my mom's birthday. So the video for this, I'm sure we will be able to put it in the comments below. It's a song about happy ever afters and a song about happy hours, and I'm going to sing it for you right now.
Game is on, the coffee's strong, the beer's ice cold, the whiskey's neat.
everyone that we're missing, knowing that they're having a good time, right? Yes.
Absolutely.
How are you liking your Shirley Temple? Too sweet? You like it? Okay.
All right. Good talk. Fantastic.
Oh my goodness. So it's always hard to sing that song, but it's also feels right. And I'm sending it out tonight for a lot of people that I know that are missing people. Just believing that there's something else somewhere, another realm where we get to be with people we love. Speaking of people we love, there's someone at the door. Who's here? Who's here? Well, hey, you!
Hi there.
Let me get you. Yay! Look who it is. It's my buddy, Shawn Rohlf, calling in from where you... Oh, cheers!
Yeah.
Well, now I gotta do that. Hey, so, Shawn, did you see the glass that I'm cheersing with tonight? I got my fancy lunatic fringe glass. I was like hinting to our guest. I don't know, this is a nice glass.
It's a solid glass.
It's a solid glass. It's actually a large wine glass. So I don't know that it is a wine glass. I just use it as a wine glass. So, oh man, I'm so happy to see you. So tell everyone, I just said it, but tell everyone where you are, where you're calling in from, and what things are like where you are.
Well, I'm in Diego, and I love hearing that song, Happy Hour in Heaven. I'm so glad.
Thank you so much.
It's kind of cold here, but, cold for San Diego standards.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy. So Shawn and I have played for years together, all over the San Diego scene, and then North California with Tim Flannery and his band, The Lunatic Fringe. And I've also gotten to know Shawn and his beautiful family, and I love his heart, and I love his songwriting. He's an educator. You do so much. Tell everyone out there that doesn't know you kind of what you do when, before this started. What were you doing? Tell them a little bit of what your musical life looked like.
Let's see. I was playing a lot of shows on my own with my band. I was playing a lot of shows with Tim Flannery. I was recently did a play for the WOW Festival for the La Jolla Playhouse, written by Mike Sears and Lisa Berg did it. It was called How High the Moon. So, awesome. I was playing in all different kinds of pubs and everywhere. Touring, playing in Europe as well with a band called Kick Up the Dust.
Amazing. And I know that you also play the Old Sod a lot, right? You do a pub yourself. You're kind of you're an original pub crawler, entertainer, balladeer.
Yeah, definitely. The pubs are where I feel the most comfortable.
Except
all these places.
Yeah, except that's a long, that can make for a long night, but it's a really good time. And then during the day, you also are a music educator, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
I teach part of a diploma program in recording arts up at the Recording Arts Center in Rancho Bernardo, Studio West.
Woohoo!
So writing, Pro Tools, production and arranging, music theory, a bunch of classes like that.
Amazing, yes. Look at that. So cool enough to be stomping around as part of a pub crawl, but also just smart enough to be teaching at a music school. I love that. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah. See, yeah. Well, I love hearing you play. I love just being around you. You're just a great time. And I was thinking about you the other day, actually, because one of the last tours that I did was coming out to California right before all of this kind of happened. It was right before the tornado in Nashville, and it was also right before the pandemic, and I was able to play a few shows in California, and I got to see Shawn came out to a house concert that I did, and oh my gosh, when are house concerts going to come back, Shawn?
I don't know. I think the next day everything got shut down. Right?
I feel like it. Yeah.
At the end of that night, it was just such a magical night, too.
Yeah.
Like old times, man. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, house concerts are great, but you're in talk about intimate setting. You're in such close proximity, right? But
I know. I think it's gonna be a gradual climb back into it. I think we just gotta kind of accept that and gradually work our way back into it. Thankfully, we have the internet now. There'd be no conflict.
I know. All right. Well, I see that you are in a perfect. Do you have a pub in your house? Is that what's actually going on? Because
the dining room, but yeah, I spend a lot of time pubbing in this place.
It's amazing. Okay, well, will you do a song for us? We would love it if you would entertain us. We're doing a pub crawl from all over Nashville to California. So will you entertain us a little bit? We want a little feel good. Yes! Every time you do it, I'm doing it. So here we go. Make for a fun show.
All right, thank you. There's cows in the pasture, cracking and mooing. Farmer's daughter's in the hayloft. Who the hell knows what she's doing? She's pierced and tattooed and built like an ox. Just a little bit country and a little punk rock. I'm a long gone daddy and I'm fresh out of cash on my bar stool throne with the Guinness mustache. Singing how many times can I go around this block with a little country and a little punk rock. Some things just get prettier with age, like a Martin guitar, Diane Lane. My record started skipping, so I threw away my clock. Just a little bit country and a little punk rock. Well, I'm a long gone daddy and I'm fresh out of cash. My bar stool throne with the Guinness mustache. Singing how many times can I go around this block? Just a little bit country and a little punk rock. Drag me through the sludge. If you feel my glass half empty, I'll let you hold my grudge. My door is always open, so there's no need to knock. A little bit country and a little. Well, I'm a long gone daddy and I'm fresh out of cash on my bar stool throne with the Guinness mustache. Singing how many times can I go around this block with a little bit country and a little punk rock. Well, I'm a long gone daddy and I'm fresh out of cash. I'm Randi Driscoll live with a whiskey blackout. And how many times can I go around this block? Just a little bit country and a little punk rock. Saying how many times can I go around this block? Just a little bit country and a little punk rock.
You are. I mean, it's perfect. You are. I love it. What's the line about what's the iced tea? Every time I love it. You can hold my whiskey or hold my grudge. What is that?
If you fill my glass half empty, I'll let you hold my grudge.
You can hold my grudge anytime. Yes, we were dancing here. It was a dance party. Oh, so good. Thanks for playing that song. I love it. I've heard you do it, I think twice, maybe once at a Jingle Ball, and then maybe definitely at the house concert. So it's just a great idea for a song. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I'm sorry that that your music nights aren't happening right now. But what have you been doing? You've been doing some cool stuff to pass your time. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually, the WOW Festival at the La Jolla Playhouse has turned into something where they're doing WOW Goes Digital now. So I got actually brought on to compose some music for a video piece. I'll be composing a piece of music for myself and a pianist and a cellist and 3 vocals, and there's going to be 6 actors. Should be up in a couple of weeks, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's super cool.
That's amazing. So you've been able to find a way to work during all this. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that.
Fortunate. I feel very fortunate. Yeah.
And how is your beautiful family doing?
They're doing really well. It seems like we've all kind of adapted to being in a house together.
Right, as best we can, right? Yeah. Well, lucky for you, you've got a little pub there with some fun games in the background, and I mean, it's a good place to be quarantined, I guess, if you're gonna. So, I ask my guests 3 questions every night, and I'd like to do it with you right now. It's just a way for me to get a perspective of what everyone's thinking. Everyone's experience with this is different. I heard a great quote today. I think it was something like, "We're all in the same boat, but we're not in the same storm." or we're
Nope,
all in the
the other
same
way.
storm. Other way. We're all in the same storm, but we're not in the same boat. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's true, right? Like we all are experiencing this, but it's a very different experience for all of us. So this is just a way for me to kind of get my friends, people that I really love, their perspective. So I'm going to shoot some questions at you. So the first question is, what do you feel has been the hardest part of this time? What's been the hardest part for you?
For me, the hardest part is just not being able to play music with other people
Yeah.
and not being able to perform in public. And, there's such an energy, as you know, and because you and I have been doing this together for years,
Yep.
just that energy exchange, that's been really tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hear you, friend. Yes, it'll soon, God willing. And then, okay, so then what's been, if there is a silver lining to this, what has been sort of the bright side, if there is one, what is it?
I think the biggest silver lining is the environment. I think that nature and, the planet's getting a break. I think that this should reset our battery. I think it's forcing us to. And hopefully, things that were a little bit too crazy will just kind of mellow out a bit and change for the better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, well then, when I came up with this little idea to do the 3 questions, I didn't know how many we'd be doing. But so I understand that this could definitely change if we're here for another couple of months. But what would you say you've learned? What has Shawn learned from this time that we're experiencing?
What have I learned? I've learned that, I can adapt as well. I mean, I learned, I'm somebody who traveled a lot and was, running around playing music. And I've learned actually that I don't mind being, a little more, having more time to cook dinner and help, just more hang with the kids and do nothing.
Yes.
Really nice, actually.
Yes, it's funny. I can't wait to go back and watch all of these episodes again because it's so interesting. So it's every musician has a little bit of both in them. It's like the yin and yang, it's like, okay, we want to go, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit of time off. So I feel you, brother. I totally feel you. Well, I'm so glad you were here with us tonight. Your music is fun. Your spirit is so fun. Hi to that beautiful wife of yours. Hugs to your family. I can't wait till we can do some crazy shows somewhere again and, be in community with one another doing music. And I want to come see your band play.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me. Love you so much.
Andrew.
Hold on.
Wait, Andrew's doing it too. We're
all right, there you go.
Cheers, brother. Take care of yourself,
Cheers.
okay? All right. That's my friend Shawn
Thanks, Shawn.
Rohlf. Woo! Oh, calling us from San Diego. Such a good guy. Such a great performer, great musician. We've been so lucky to be able to play for so many years. I mean, really, tens of years together. You laugh when I say that, but it is. It's because she's finally learning multiplication, so she's like tens of. What does that mean? Anyway, he's such a great spirit, and we have some funny road stories, but they're not for right now. We're not going to tell them right now. Let me check in and see who's here. Look, the lights are going like the sun's
moody.
setting.
It's
moody
moody.
now. It feels like a club. Who else is on? Ellen is
Excuse me.
on. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Jennifer Worth is here. I know the planet is. Hi, Lori. Oh, some San Diego people are on. It's so good to see you. Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about what's coming up this week. Tomorrow, I'm visiting with my dear friend Tim McGreary. He's incredible. We're going to share something very special to honor all of the people on the front lines tomorrow. And I'm really excited for tomorrow's show, Sunday's show. And then Monday, we're going to have a special poetry evening. How about that? There's
What?
someone at the door. Who's here? Oh, it's so exciting! Look who's here! Hi!
This is crazy!
This is nuts.
Oh my
No,
god!
it's nuts. Okay, now wait, hold on. I have to do something on my end. You're
Yeah,
perfect. Don't do anything. It's just me.
You have
It's
work
me.
to do.
There we go. And I did it.
You
Okay.
did it. Perfect.
So tell my beautiful friends in Facebook land and the people out there, Leenya Rideout, where you are calling us in from.
Woo! I'm calling from our cabin in Pennsylvania, actually. I mean, our main residence is in New York City, which is where our heart is, and it feels so strange to be away. But my husband and I have have had this little cabin for the last 15 years or something, and been working, fixing it up gradually here and there. And we're so lucky to have it right now, and
Yes.
we're hunkered down.
Yes, hunker. Well, Leenya, this is Leenya Rideout, and I am so glad that you said that because I thought when we were talking to you earlier that you were in New York. That's how you know this is live. This is, and we don't do a really long, pre-show interview. We don't have that kind of time here. But I know you from being a beautiful performer in New York City, part of the Broadway community, and, someone who's been on Broadway and who has written and performed in her own one-woman show and done music for everyone and all kinds of amazing things. And so, yes, of course, I connect your spirit with New York so much. So hearing you say that, and then, of course, your husband, another Broadway performer, the two of you. So I'm curious now, when did you decide to go to Pennsylvania? Were you there, or was it a conscious decision to sort of head out and do that? Because I think it's a very real and fair idea that if you have a second residence, when do you kind of say, well,
Well, we were kind of, my parents aren't far from here either, so I was out there helping them with what they thought was going to be a move and selling their house, which of course didn't end up happening. So I was here, but then I came home, and that was the day when Broadway got shut down. And my husband is in To Kill a Mockingbird on Broadway.
Yes.
And of course, then that final show, where they were like, guess what? We're canceling everything. So we had to, we walked to the dressing room to get some of this stuff. And on the way there was this little girl dressed all in pink, and she's standing in front of the Frozen theater, just looking up the shuttered doors, and I just started weeping because it was like the saddest thing ever. And I thought, what does this mean? So we thought, well, let's just tie up some loose ends and get in the car and go out. And and it's sort of hard to even talk about it right now.
I know, but, I know it is. And I've been thinking of you too. It's funny, when this happened, I just thought immediately of all my friends who are performers, who live there, who have dedicated their entire lives to being part of this New York City community. And the only thing that kind of keeps me going, because when you see New York quiet and shut down, it's just heartbreaking. But the thing that keeps me going is knowing how resilient New Yorkers are. New Jersey, it's just it's a strong community. They're taking an incredibly hard blow. But we were just FaceTiming with some friends who had opened the window when the clapping happens at 7 o'clock, and we saw that, and I was just like, oh, that's New York, and it's still okay, and they're going to be okay. Of course.
And miss everybody,
Yes, well, they miss you too, sweetheart. Well, we're so happy to see you, and this is the one, this is an interesting thing about this time that we're going through, just trying to make it through together, just trying to go day by day, and we had the pleasure of performing together years ago. You did that beautiful benefit event with me, and then you did one of my CD, for the Matthew Shepard Foundation, and then you did one of my CD releases, and that was so fun. Anytime you get to join me, but you're super, super busy, and you're always doing these really exciting things. But through the our very, very high tech setup here of 2 laptops and an iPhone.
I am super impressed. By the way, super impressed.
We don't know what we're doing, but we're just doing it. We would love for you to entertain us with, your music career is incredible. And if there's anyone that kind of knows the pub music, the Irish music, that's in your blood, right? You can tell us a bit about that.
I was with a couple of different, over the years, Gale Force and Finn's Fury, and for 10 years.
Yes.
And they mostly performed in Long Island, but I do know the Long Island bar scene pretty well.
Yes, okay. So when we were thinking
cheers, everyone.
Yes.
Hold on.
We have to do it every time you do it, so here we go.
There you go. Cheers. Right. There you go.
And then just chalks all of it. You just such great stuff that you do. So of course I thought of you, and I said I have to, and I thank you, Kelly McAndrew, for giving me something more than Facebook, because even though we know each other well, I didn't have her info, so I was like, oh my gosh. So thank you for saying yes. Would you do something for us right now? It looks like you're just in a space that lends itself to you singing something. So would you please entertain us?
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, one of the good things about being in this situation is I've started playing more and just been I guess I'm going to pick up my guitar and start playing again.
Yes.
So I've been messing around with a couple different things, and for some reason I just started kind of tweaking this song. I like to sort of do twisted trad, I call it. So this is a song called the Gypsy Rover, Whistling Gypsy Rover, and I used to sing this when I was walking with my parents in the woods all the time. We'd go hiking, and this would be running through my head. I think my dad taught it to me.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but I've taken it and kind of turned it, put my own spin on it.
Awesome.
Hold on. I got
it. We didn't think this through because we had two guests. Okay.
Salute.
You don't have enough hands.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, I love reading about all the neat stuff that you're doing, and I love obviously your hubby and I was sad when I saw that too, thinking of all my friends, the people that are just kind of getting out there for the first time, and then to have Broadway go dark like that. But
can you imagine?
I know.
Your show was just about to open.
I know. I did
you
see
go through all this, all the previews, all of the rehearsals, and then it's just heartbreaking.
I know it is, but I mean, resilient, right? That's what I just keep thinking. The arts are never going away, and yes, it might look different for a little while, but the arts aren't going anywhere. The artists aren't going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. I'm not. We're gonna keep doing this, and this is really a blessing for us. It's great for. You've never even met Skylar Faith, but doesn't she sound like she should be dancing to that jig? Skylar Faith McGinnis, right? She should be dancing.
Absolutely.
But, she gets to now experience this music this way, so So it's really a blessing. So I've been asking my friends these 3 questions to kind of get different people's perspectives. It's very interesting. You know, we're all kind of going through this differently, and the people, you know, on the East Coast might not be having the same experience as the people in the middle of the country versus the people out west, you know, and even internationally. So I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions that I ask everyone, and you can take them as seriously or as light as you want. So the first question is, what do you feel has been the hardest part about this time that we're going through? The hardest part for you?
I mean, we joke about it, but when we're going for walks or even at a grocery store, we kind of say, hey, look, zombies, careful, stay on this side. You know, I talk about people as being zombies, and it's like, but I hate it. It's like having to want to keep a distance from people. And of course, we're alone together most of the time, but then when we go outside and we see people and you want to go up and just hug a stranger because you haven't seen them for so long, but of course you have to be like, oh, sorry, I'll stay over here. And the first time that we ventured out to go grocery shopping and had to wear masks, I just was like wanting to cry the whole time. And it's getting to be kind of a head trip.
Yes.
You know?
I'm glad you said that. I'm drinking too. I'm glad you said that, actually, because I feel like the one thing that this show is allowing us to do is be honest. And people are starting, you're not the only one, honey, that's starting to feel like, oh, this is starting to feel a little cuckoo. And imagine these workers that are going in there and have been feeling this way for 30, 40 days, you know? So your honesty is super appreciated because other people are feeling it too. Okay, so then on the flip side of it, because there always is, what would you say the silver lining has been, if there is, like a bright side? What is that for you?
I mean, I'm practicing, I'm writing, I'm playing my music, and I mean, just I spend 24 hours with my dog and my husband. I mean, it's kind of great. We're so sort of blessed to be where we are in a weird way that makes me feel also more gratitude for everyone who is on the front lines.
Yep.
And just sort of, I'm just having a hard time relaxing into, there's really good things about this. I still have lists of things that I'm supposed to do, you know, and it's kind of driving me a little crazy.
That's super honest too. I mean, that is very honest too. We start out every day pretty much by saying, like, it's such a luxury that we get to do whatever it is that we're doing, because we know that in and of itself, even just this moment with you, is just something that I don't know that I will ever take for granted. So I feel you totally.
I'm very honored that you asked me. So
are you kidding me? We love you, and I'm excited for the time that we get to really do this again. I love your energy on stage, and we'll do it somewhere, New York, Nashville, or California. One of those places we will meet. Okay, so then the last question is, what have you learned? What have you learned from this? Like, and it can be, you know, what have you learned now? What do you think you'll learn in a couple months? What would you say you've learned?
That I picked a good guy to get married to. I mean, wow.
Yes.
He's doing home improvement projects.
Go, Dad.
He cooks. Like,
wait a minute, what?
We're like, hey, maybe let's read through some Shakespeare.
Right, yes, of course.
Let's sing a song together, or write a song, and you play harmonica. You know, I kind of lucked out. Somehow.
That's great. I love that. I love that gratitude for the one you're with, you know? Love the one you're with, because you're really with the one you're with, and that's it. That's the only one you're with. I mean, and your doggy. Well, we love you guys, and I'm so glad you were able to do this, and I can't wait till everything gets back to normal. But, you know, I do believe in the human spirit, and I do know that on the other side of this, we're all going to come out changed. I believe changed for the better. And so much gratitude for the next time that we are able to be together. You know, I know you're dying to get back to New York. I know you're dying for that to happen, and I'm praying for you and your family and your loved ones. And of course, we're always praying for New York. We love them so much. I'm so glad. Will you hang out for just one more minute while I say goodnight? Sure. Will you hang out? Okay, don't go anywhere.
Absolutely.
So I want to say goodnight and thank you to all of the people watching. You know, I freeze sometimes, but oh my gosh, I saw my Betty Lou's family is out there. Some of the beautiful people. Russ, I don't know if you have Facebook, but of course we're thinking about you. Oh, see, and Cleve is out there, and Kim was on for a minute. Of course, my thing froze, but you saw them all, right?
I did.
They were all on.
Yep.
The Betty Lou's crew is there.
You mean this crew?
I've got yay, Betty Lou's. I mean, isn't that weird? We moved to a place where there was a bar.
I know,
Betty
right?
Lou's.
That's crazy.
What are the odds of that? I think maybe Ryan has tagged the video in there. Jesse
he did.
did a beautiful. Just a beautiful video, and it gets me choked up to think about, especially now when we're missing people and people are losing their loved ones, and this is such a sad time. I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. We know that this virus can hit young people. I personally know young people that have been affected, and that's really scary because that maybe wasn't exactly the information we had at the beginning, you know, and we're using this platform as a way to also get information out there, like wear a mask, you know, like safe is sexy, or safe is the new sexy, or hashtag something. But I also know that there are generations of people that are getting hit, so I'm reading daily now about people who are losing their moms and dads and aunts and uncles, and that's, you know, that's sad for us. And so I just want to wrap my arms around you guys with a big virtual hug and say thanks for checking into our pub crawl. I've had 15 sips, more sips than I've ever had during one of our shows. Thank you, Shawn and Leenya. And remember what I always say, your vibe attracts your tribe. I love my tribe. And I happen to know that this beautiful lady over here, she's also just an amazing fiddler. And she just might have one on her, and it would be really good for our soul if she would kind of give us a little, I don't know, like a little, like we're stomping, we're at a pub, we're all together, you know, and they're pouring the Guinness, and we're filling our pint glasses, and we're listening to really loud music, and we're stomping our feet. And would you get us there? Can you get us there and make us?
I can't. Everyone promises to clap along.
Woo! All right, everyone has to clap along. Woo!